clown, man. Just a clown.
Yeah, he's a fucking low energy fucking clown. He's like a Jeb Bush. You know what I mean?
Yep. Threatens to fucking kill me. Can't fucking get that done. Okay.
I'm gonna send it to Brandon.
Any of your words mean anything to me?
I wonder, do y'all think he's sitting there saying, "Oh, he threatened to kill me and he didn't do anything"?
No.
What do you mean? Who is the parrot? One is Claude Siegel. The other one is Matt Verrara or something.
Verrier. Yeah. The rear end.
I can't really pronounce it. Well, I mean, they seem to love to put whole names out, so apparently it doesn't matter if you put out full names.
Okay, you couldn't even handle the truth that you came at me. You were talking about my daughter in fucking April, and I talked about your daughter fucking in November.
Nothing more.
You know,
Okay, but you didn't stop talking about his daughter, Claude Siegel. You didn't stop. You talked in detail about what you were going to do to his daughter sexually. See, you don't tell that part. You pushed and you pushed and you pushed. And, you know, you throw out this stuff that's extremely unacceptable.
Wow, these drugs really make him forget a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
All those troll accounts that you made up are still up. So there was no truth, okay? So fuck you and the fucking horse you rode in, you fucking half-breed Indian.
Yeah, fuck him. He's a fucking low-life fucking piece of shit. He's a fucking scammer. You know what? You know, when I see Crandon, I'm gonna call him Jeb from now on. His nickname is Jeb.
Okay, Marty.
He's fucking low IQ, low energy. Don't worry. Listen, I never stopped planning to go to Tucson. So fuck you, Crandon.
Hey, Crandon. Do you want to, Crandon, anytime Crandon wants to do a fucking charity fight, you know, maybe he could fucking hit me up, man. You know what I mean?
He's gonna fight his way out of a paper bag. Challenge is fucking
anytime, Crandon. Anytime. 7.5 years, motherfucker.
What a faggot, man. That's just his what was it? I had to say one thing you didn't like, you fucking half-breed bitch. Okay, you look like a fucking gremlin and you want to fucking come at me? You fucking loser in life. You've been sucking on my nuts for days. You didn't think I didn't think that was... I've dealt with clowns like you all my life.
He's so fucking weak, you know. I can't even believe that he even talks like he's some fucking badass on here. It's fucking pathetic. He is a keyboard. He's like the typical. Go ahead.
He's a washwoman, man. Okay. He fucking drinks all the time. Okay, a skinny leg.
No, he drinks at night.
Okay, that's why he's fucking. He leaned over. You could see his fucking. He's got a low T. Okay, and talk about doing drugs. You look fucking like a major meth head, man. Why don't you put the camera on again, Crandon?
Yeah. Show your legs in your fucking body, dude. Show your legs in your body. I mean, come on. Let's see how pathetic you look. Really. He's like a fucking. He's got like twigs on a fucking barrel. You know that's Brandon Cadman.
Oh my God.
Don't get the corona. Don't get the corona. I wouldn't have to laugh about it.
You know, twigs with a fucking barrel with a head on it. You know, can you picture that? You know. God. Oh, there's so much I could say about this guy.
Keep going, boys. Keep going.
And take the wrecking that you want, man. And you can make some threats and tell me how you're going to come from your little shithole in your fucking stupid cul-de-sac. And maybe I should put the picture out of you and your son that the refrigerator gave me. And I should just show those texts. Would you like that, Crandon? Motherfucker.
It's fucking, he's fucking, hey, come on in, Jeb. Come on in, Jeb. Low energy, Jeb.
Call him a fucking half-breed, man. You ever seen You ever know that song by Cher? Let me see. We'll play it for you.
Yeah, play it for us, dude.
Okay, this is for you, Crandon, because this is all you are.
Here, dedicated to fucking Brandon Cadman, Jeb. Low energy Jeb.
Does anybody know what time it is in California?
In California right now?
Yes.
Maybe 7.
What are they? Okay.
And Vicious is rescoping, so say hello to
Oh, Fatty V. You fat fuck.
Oh, it's 8:15?
You so triggered that I made a truce with Rob and Shauna, which is none of your business, bitch. I'm gonna call Brandon real quick. I'll be right back, Lenny.
Okay, good.
Fucking Cherokee Indian.
So, Carrie has been saying that Rob took out a credit card in her name for 3 years and also put him in the title of her Suicide Scope. So, blamed Rob for her suicide and is on her list of people to blame for her suicide if and when it does happen. And yeah, they have a truce.
Cramden is Brandon.
She thinks I'm mad about this. I am particularly excited about this.
Hey, Cramden, that's you, Indian score, you fucking half-breed Cherokee. And your fucking daughter, what is she? She's a fucking Navajo. Your daughter's a Navajo, and you're a Cherokee. Fucking half-breed, too.
Why the hell he want to build a mansion like this here?
And Cramden, did you marry an Indian? So would that make your fucking daughter? Yeah, oh, that's right, that son's not even yours. See how much details I have, Cramden? You got nothing to pass down, Cramden. Thank God the fucking bloodline ends with you, because you're a piece of shit. And don't come back for another treaty.
Oh, that's Nazi boy. Oh, that's...
I told you to just go the fuck away. That's what the world thinks of you, Cramden. You fucking half-breed. Nobody wants you. You're probably swigging on some more fucking beer now.
Yeah, fuck you, low energy Jeb.
Fucking on that glass dick.
Yeah, I'll be right back, dude. Keep everyone entertained.
Hey, listen, no problem. Let's see, I got something for you, Cramden. You're a fucking gypsy, man. Remember, that's your life, Cramden. I shot your whole family, gypsies, tramps, and thieves, Cramden. And lay your fucking money down like the fucking whores that your fucking whole families are. You guys want to really mess with me, man? Listen, you guys got me to the point where, listen, you know what? I'm just going to bring in my friends. So here we go. And refrigerator, you certainly have no connections. Okay? You just don't want to be. Yeah, that's what you should do. Get yourself a gun. Remember? Oh, that's right. You know what? I was listening to the. I gotta say, you know what? I got something even better, man. I forgot. I was listening to Vicious. I'm going to go into Vicious's Rescope here. I gotta say, man, Vicious finds some great shit. So let's go to something that she put up that I wanted to replay. So we're gonna go to the what is it? What's Vicious's account? Let me see. Is she in there still? Oh yeah, it's Vicious. That's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna have to steal something from you, Vicious, but I'm sure you won't mind. I mean, it was epic shit. So, and I know you know where I'm going. Oh yeah, it's Vicious. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, it's a 3-minute broadcast. We're gonna show you just exactly who the fuck you are. Talk about suicide, right, cunt? See, you drove your friend to suicide. Proof.
She's talking about Amy, Claude. And the only reason she was talking about Amy back then is because you were harassing Amy. Yeah, you were. You were tormenting Amy, and there are scopes out there proving that. That's the only reason that, yeah. Yeah, that's the only reason, Claude. See, all your shit is catching up to you. Oh, yeah. Matt, in fact, after we get through with this whole thing, they do have it snagged. They'll get it to me, and we will go directly to that spot. He had his 12-year-old son speak on Periscope for a while. That's right, Pam. That was the first one, right? Yep.
And now she's going to make fun of another person. So she made fun of a friend who killed herself, and now she's going to make fun of Amy.
Claude, you're misrepresenting that. She did not make fun of her friend at all, and you know this. This is the type of despicable behavior that you display constantly. This is why people know that you are a piece of shit. A total piece of shit. Nobody likes you. Nobody respects you. The only people that still talk to you are people that are just like you. Nobody respects them either. Everybody knows they're liars. And probably substance abusers.
That's right. And you're right. Lyn knows very well at that time. Yeah, that girl, that one Amy from the UK or whatever, was beefing. 33 was, destroying her, and she was going after Rob. She called Rob a Muslim, so because he had a beard. So that triggered me. So I went off on the bitch. I went off on her. So and first of all, I was not mocking suicide. They keep saying this. First of all, the woman herself, Amy, mocked suicide because you guys can look it up 57 times.
I don't know if she was mocking, but the thing is,
what I'm trying
to, and it's in an article. She did attempt, I think,
exactly 57 times.
And it did cost the UK over $1 million.
Yes, it did.
Because she would jump in the English Channel and they would have to save her with a helicopter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, she was like just jumping in the water like someone would go swimming and then save me. To me, that's mocking. That's just my opinion, Lyn. Well, but I wasn't mocking her.
She was not requesting to be saved. They were forced to save her because...
Well, they have to.
But no, she wasn't asking to be saved. As a matter of fact, she did want him to leave her.
57 times.
This was all done for Claude.
Yes, it was. I was sticking up at the time for Claude because I was speaking to him, and Rob was my friend, and that Muslim thing pissed me off when she, just assumed that Rob was a Muslim, and that pissed me off. So I went after her.
Right.
That's it.
And Claude knew this. I mean, Amy is in extreme pain. I mean, I won't deny that.
I don't even,
He's been through a lot of surgeries, and regardless of why or how it happened, you just don't bring it up.
No, you don't.
He got all of that because Glenn was doing it at the time.
Yes.
That's the only reason he was even going after Amy.
Oh, I have a question. Okay, Don's replay. I saw Natasha say that Glenn is done with 33. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Finally.
That was the result of his little stunt with Brandon. And when he got to Las Vegas, the majority of the people that had gone to gather at that function, Glenn started it.
Wow.
Didn't want to have anything to do with Claude and basically said either you get rid of Claude or we're gone.
Wow. I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know when.
Yeah, well, that was when, because Claude went too far. He went too far with the murder thing, and everybody saw it. He kept going on and on about Brandon coming to kill him. He did it for 2 days straight, all the way from his hotel room in Las Vegas. We'll play some of that afterwards. Let's continue.
Okay.
To watch
I'll be back up. Brandon's texting me. I'll be back, honey.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Commit suicide, exactly. But all right, 15 times. This is how fucking stupid the word is. You tried to commit suicide 50 fucking times, right? Hey, listen, you faked it. Why don't you get it right next time, cunt?
See what you don't. I mean, I hope y'all are smart enough to realize he's taking random clips and then trying to manipulate what your perception is of those clips. Those clips are not anything like he's representing them to be. Hey, Tecmo, I saw you went in there last night. Did you have fun? They're threatening you, too.
That's a good idea. Why don't you get to it? That's not a bad idea, too. Go do it. Hey, listen, you tried the fucking, the rope? That didn't work, right? Because that was fake. I wouldn't do the belt. Okay, so I got a rope, a multi-belt. Yeah, go get one. Yeah, you have a gun. A suicidal person with a gun. Ooh. Maybe we should call the police and see if you have a permit for that gun. Oh, look at that. Why didn't you stab yourself, man? Right in the neck. So did you really want to die? No. There was so many options. Did you really want to die when you were fucking scoping and then you turned the scope off pretending fishing for...
I don't know, Claude. Did you really want to die when you texted your son and told your son that you were at the Motel 6 fixing to kill yourself and that you were killing yourself because he was such a horrible son and your daughter Emily was such a horrible daughter? In fact, I think you said in that text to your son as you were pretending to kill yourself, tell your sister that this is because of y'all. Isn't that what you said? Oh, we can play those again. Would you like for us to play those again? Because, see, that's why we have to play those. For everybody out there that thinks it's so horrible, he's such a victim. Well, do you see how much of a victim he is? Because he goes and he whines, and he gets his little support, and then he goes on a 3-hour bashing, lying outrage. Yes, Millie, it's very unforgiving, unchristian not to try to forgive. We definitely know that. That's part of the reason why this creature has been allowed to carry on with his charade. Because people, good people, try to see the good in people. And they keep giving him a pass. And this is what he does when he gets a pass. Now, how long ago was it that he said he was being tortured and we were terrorizing him and we wouldn't stop talking about his daughter? It was just a few days ago and he had 40 people. 40 40 were after him. You people just don't understand what it's like when you got 40 people and they're all after you at one time. Okay, nobody's after you, Claude. Why are you doing it now? Because you like it. You like this. This is what you like.
Fucking sympathy,
Daughter.
you fucking bitch. And then you made fun of my son who actually died and I had to revive him.
No one made fun of your son, Claude. No one. What we were able to do, we were able to show. We were able to show that you are an abusive father, mentally abusive, that what you do to the general public, you also do to your children, Sam and Emily. And see, I can say those two. It's not doxing because you've said it yourself. And we have that recording, and my attorney said it wasn't doxing if you've already put it out there. Okay? So, take that.
And you fucking laughed and you made fun of my family.
You're curious? Seriously, you're curious. You're curious why she got taken from his custody? You want me to talk about it a little bit? I mean, think about it. He had custody, supposedly. I never really verified that, but I know that both of his children were at his home. It could have been a visitation. But the son OD'd. He didn't try to kill himself. He OD'd on his dad's opiates. He took too much, crushed them, snorted them. Yeah, he wasn't trying to kill himself. His dad was openly doing drugs around their children. Sam was doing them too. You know, a lot of teenagers do that. As recent as this past Christmas holiday, what was it, last October? When was it, Carrie, that his son accidentally OD'd because Claude and his son and a female spent a weekend in their home on a binge? He admitted all this. He admitted, he thought he was so proud of being able to stay up for days with two 20-somethings, having wild sex and doing all sorts of drugs. You know, nobody's made fun of your son, Claude. Your son does drugs like you do. You do it together. You're proud of that fact. You've said it over and over. There's nothing wrong with me repeating your words. Nothing. If you say it, we can repeat it because it's pretty fucked up, Claude.
When I was gracious enough to fucking be nice to you, listen, Carrie, I gotta tell you, man, you're one of the most evil fucking people I've ever come across. But you know what? There's only one more cunt that's worse than you, and that's fucking Lyn. And I can't wait to see her suffer. And the best thing that can happen is when her father kicks the bucket, because then she'll know, okay, how long it takes to grieve. And when you go through that grieving...
Hey, Claude, I lost my husband November 16th, 2005.
We know.
I honestly think I don't understand how long it takes to grieve. 6 months after that, my little sister was killed tragically. You don't think I don't realize how long it takes to grieve? You watched your mom die in sorrow, realizing that she had to leave a failure of a son on this earth that can't even take care of himself.
Lyn, just remember me, how you said I only had a month, and I had enough.
Somebody else just sort of end it all. No, 50 times. She even failed at that. Then she tried to say what? She was hanging onto a rock. Then she just walked in the water, laid on a fucking rock, like the whale that she is, a beach whale. Right? Basking in the sun, and somebody called 911. And she spent 50 fucking times. This shit.
Yeah, and get the fuck out of here with your fake suicide, too.
Oh, and the refrigerator Carrie doesn't talk about suicide? Really?
Listen, she made fun of my son, man. She goes around saying, your son tried to commit suicide 3 times. She lied. My son had his fucking seizure, and she told fucking Juju that he fucking overdosed. What a fucking scumbag you are.
Hey, Jeff, as long Jeff's over, Jeff was Beach Bum Dean. You remember Beach Bum Dean? Yeah. Well, he's now Jeff Strong 1. So, oh, he's never left, of course. Hey, Jeff, why don't you go get the Beast? I've got that in text. Go get no, his wife. He calls his wife Beast. Yeah, he lives in South Florida. He's married to a dentist who takes, yeah, he's the house husband. Uh-huh. Oh, of course he was. Of course he was.
Yeah,
hey, let's be nice to the refrigerator Carrie. You know, she's okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, the coward. I mean, that's even worse, man. To pretend. I mean, listen. At least fucking she tried 56 times. It's 56 times, moron. At least she fucking tried. You faked, and you just admitted to fucking mocking your friend too.
Oh, he's faked many of suicides. I mean, I know he did it to Al. Um, yes, he did it to Al. He did it to KK. He did it to you. He did it to his son. He did it to his daughter. He did it to his mother. He's done it to quite a few people. Uh, that's a different Dean, Pam. There was a Dean that was a follower of Doc G, but Beach Bum Dean, he's the one that had the little, umbrella. Jeff Strong 1. Yes.
I know. Dude,
Oh, boy.
I smoked a lot of fucking ganja this morning for this shit.
Yeah, it says that. No.
Hey, 33. Listen, a lot of people hear you talk about suicide, but I think we're gonna have to put together all the fucking clips of them talking about suicide and play it in one whole scope of all of them talking about suicide.
And fucking my family, man. And how about the scope where here? Let's here. I got something for you. You want to check this out?
Because it seems like 33 only talks about suicide. And that's not fair because they're hours of clips of them talking about suicide.
To be honest with you, man.
All of them.
Look, you know what? I have you as a friend, and if they're gonna hold that against you, then I'm sorry for that. But I gotta say, man, you know what? I found most of the people on here so fucking phony, going back and forth with these petty little fucking things. Listen, I told you, Matt, how I am. Look, I have forgiveness, man, but there's only so much times you can shit on somebody.
But according to Don Stakes, you do this, well, it's okay to do that back. So that's Don Stakes' logic. So when they talk about suicide and you talk about it back, according to Don Stakes' logic, it's okay.
Listen, Don Stakes,
right?
I care what he thinks.
Well, I know we don't care. I'm just saying, a lot of people say, oh, well, they go by what Don Stakes because they think Don Stakes is a good man. So maybe we could play Don Stakes. The good man, Don Stakes, right?
Don Stakes is a good man, yeah. It all depends on what your value of a good man is.
Exactly.
He's not a good man, okay? He's a disgusting fucking pedophile. And he...
Huh? Okay.
He showed himself with his fucking fake fucking thing, and he didn't, you know what? He even lied because my mother doesn't even speak Yiddish. Okay, it was my father, you jackass. Here we go, Don. Let's listen to you.
What's up, guys? This is what I think.
This is the setup.
I'm the rabbi that calls fucking people horrible fathers.
You are a horrible father. In my opinion, you're a horrible father. And everybody is allowed to say that. You know? But right. Well, I think what it was, Claude was pulling the suicide trick on Al, and Al was like, you know, what do I do? Your father's telling me he's going to kill himself, and he's like, don't believe it, don't believe that. Look what he did to me. That's how those texts got exchanged, Claude. If you don't like it, don't use the sympathy card with "you're going to kill yourself." I'm going to kill myself because you're such a horrible son.
2 days after my mother died.
Oh, for sure. Yes, I do know that. Yes, yes. And when after his mother died, he came back to his house and left his 20-something-year-old son, problem son, he told me, that was having some problems with his newly widowed stepfather that has all the money, of course. Oh, and by the way, Don, guess what iMental? Read what iMental just said. iMental proved that it took 13 years for Matt to pay his child support. 13 fucking years.
Precious life is.
Listen how he sets me up.
And it's got to think about.
Here, I'm going to try to rewind it so we can hear it.
Fucking mocking your friend, too.
I smoked a lot of fucking ganja this morning for this shit.
Yeah, no
kidding. Hey, 33, listen. You know, a lot of people hear you talk about suicide, you know, but, you know, I think we're going to have to put together all the fucking clips of them talking about suicide and play it in one whole scope of all of them talking about suicide.
And mocking my family, man. And how about the scope where here, let's here, I got something for you. You want to check this out?
You know, because it seems like 33 only talks about suicide, you know, and that's not fair because there's hours of clips of them talking about suicide.
To be honest with you, man.
All of them.
Look, you know what? I have you as a friend, and if they're going to hold that against you, then, you know, I'm sorry for that. But I got to say, man, you know what? I found most of the people on here so fucking phony, going back and forth with these petty little fucking things. Listen, I told you, Matt, how I am. Look, I have forgiveness, man, but, you know, there's only so much time you can shit on somebody.
But according to Don Stakes, you do this, well, it's okay to do that back. You know, so that's Don Stakes' logic. So, you know, when they talk about suicide and you talk about it back, according to Don Stakes' logic, it's okay.
Listen, Don Stakes,
right?
I care what he thinks.
I know we don't care. I'm just saying, a lot of people say, oh, well, they go by what Don Stakes because they think Don Stakes is a good man. So maybe we could play Don Stakes. The good man, Don Stakes, right?
Don Stakes is a good man, yeah. It all depends on what your value of a good man is.
Exactly.
He's not a good man, okay? He's a disgusting fucking pedophile, fucking, and he showed himself with his fucking fake fucking thing, and he didn't, you know what, he even lied because my mother doesn't even speak Yiddish, okay? It was my father, you jackass. Here we go, Don, let's listen to you.
It definitely was his mom because I've heard her speak Yiddish. When he would ask her to. You see, Claude forgets. He also talked to me when he was with his mom. I talked to his mom too. A lot of people talk to his mom. Yeah. No, it's obvious he was spoiled and hid under his mother's skirt for all those years. Of course you did, Don.
You know, this is what I think. Every single, at both parties have said the most vile stuff about everyone. Come on, boy.
See, this is the setup.
I'm the rabbi that calls fucking people horrible fathers.
December 15th, 2 days after my mother died.
When someone dies, you start to realize how precious life is.
Listen how he sets me up.
And I think I was just gotta think about, not everyone, that's true. Not everyone. I don't mean everyone. I mean, everyone involved in this back and forth.
Yeah, back and forth. No, it's my mother, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's about her. She said it's about him.
No, you guys.
I think, this is really what I think.
This is the game. Listen to this.
When someone dies, you realize,
Yeah.
Right. See?
Uh-huh. I'm not sure. Uh-huh. Okay. I don't know if I can check it while I'm on, though. Okay. All right.
Told you.
Game.
precious moments of their lives of this stupidity.
Yeah, Don.
This is okay. This is okay for some people, though.
Right now, I'm going to make a commitment that I am not going to start with anyone. Now, if people continue to go after people, I'm not going to sit on the sidelines. I don't have to denounce anyone. People can go, how about that? Exactly. And I'm just going to sit back. Now, people are going to say this insane, crazy, sick rhetoric about
I'll show you.
they're evil.
And by the way, I'll show the text. Okay, where I said to him, man, he even said he was going to stop, and I said, listen, man, I'm bored with this. I'll show the. I think I even showed the text. Piece of shit, Don.
Of murdering people. That's how far it goes on scope. Indifference to people's deaths. If people are going to attack.
Okay, so let's bring me in. Let's bring me in. So he does all this spieling here. See how he sets this up? And here I come.
Don't mention anyone. We aren't going to say a word about anyone.
See? Okay, here it is. Okay, so I come into the being.
What I was saying was when a life is lost.
Here I come.
You realize how precious life is.
Yeah, look how full of shit you are.
So I'm going to.
This is why I can't stand you, Don. This is where I really turned on you.
We're not going to mention anyone. We're not going to say a word about anyone. And I'm not going to think about the
You showed me exactly who you was that day.
future. And let's not be hasty, then things will be set back. But I think this is a good point, a good time, for everyone to become sober. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just wake up.
Here I am. I'm in the bean.
Hey, Don. Listen, you're right. Listen, life is short. And the most important thing is that the people that you love, your family, and of course, the community around you. And, it's just unfortunate that people get so angry and caught up in stuff that they even forget why they're angry in the first place, and they just get so vicious. They can say, whatever. But I don't want to ruin this because I want to just look forward now.
Well, he didn't want to ruin it.
That's what I'm saying. So I think everyone here is willing to go for a fair shot. Even Brandon, Carrie. No, listen, after that, I'm going to just say this. I plan not to discuss this animal after what he just said. Listen, I don't want to ever engage you. Okay, so if you want peace, just don't say my name. But I know you won't be able to. That's the problem because you just went so far. Brandon just said, this.
Oh, he can fix all this.
No, I don't want to talk.
See the game?
I really don't. Just for him to go away. I don't need an apology. Okay, he's him in the refrigerator. You know what? So triggered that they showed who they are. You guys showed me that you're a decent human being.
Okay, let's.
You were angry. We had a beef. That's all I'm saying.
Now watch. You're in the beam. Oh no, you dropped it.
So you don't want to move forward. No, I don't want to talk to him. That's all I'm saying. I have no. Who's this? $21 salary.
See, who's this? Watch.
Oh.
And he laughs.
Let me speak, okay? Just leave my name out your mouth, okay? Leave my dead girlfriend's name out your mouth, and I will never speak of you again.
Listen, we're not done here, you and me. Okay, when I call your father, we'll see.
Okay, go call my father. I'm letting you know, leave my name out your mouth.
You showed how vile you are today.
We're not talking about that. I'm asking you to see.
Die.
You're so pathetic.
Kill yourself.
That's sweet. Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, you talked
Trigger.
today.
Stop being triggered. Relax. Relax. Because you're cursing. Why are you cursing?
All right. I don't like
My mother just died.
you're triggered. You're weak.
I am absolutely not triggered. I'm so calm.
Listen, but you're weak.
Leave my name out your mouth.
No.
Okay, little man?
No. Sorry.
Leave my dead friend's name out your mouth.
Listen,
Simple.
wait till I contact your entire family.
Done.
So you know, Brandon's coming in. We're not done, refrigerator.
See, now he drops her. Now he brings her 5 fucking times.
You know, it's funny how some people think that this is okay, you know, for her to fucking call in and talk shit about your...
Leave me alone? Didn't I say leave me alone?
Yeah,
Didn't I say that?
more than once.
Now watch. Crandon comes in. Listen to this. Listen to what he first says.
It's fucking disgusting.
Go kill yourself, Fonz. In my room, Fonz. Listen. Brandon and Brad.
But some people think this is okay.
Look, he thinks it's a joke, Don.
Talk about me and my brother and my mother. No, fuck him. So die. Listen, fuck you, man. You can't even get an original logo. Don, listen, I'm good, man. I don't want to talk to this guy. He's an animal. You're triggered, man. Go kill yourself. About to fuck my daughter, man. Listen. No, I'm not. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. You're triggered, man. You're the one coming into everybody's scopes for months. Okay, trashing my friends. You're an embarrassment, man. You're triggered. Whatever. Go ahead, talk away like a sister, Don. Okay, crack yourself up. Look, Periscope, come on. You're being rejected because you're a stain. You're a shitty human. That's it.
Now, mind you, I'm pausing this for a second. This is what Don allowed to happen after my mother died and duped me into, let's talk about how death changes you. Okay?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't wait till somebody dies that's close to you, Don.
Run from that fact. Oh, you can't run from it, right? You're trying to run from it. Are you on a meth run or are you on an H run right now? So I know what I'm dealing with.
Some of this fucking douche.
Silence, of course. You have a lot of shit to say when I'm not around. As soon as I face you, you get all quiet, little band nerd.
Or like somebody's scared of him.
Really are. Listen, me, I can't talk. You're done talking. Fuck a lot, nerd. Listen, keep talking, nerd. Nobody wants to hear talking. You're Don, he's showing who he is.
Listen, this refrigerator fucking disrespected my mother on the day she died. Okay, and then he said that while I was alive, he came in and said, "Did you kill your mother?" Okay, for the money and all kinds of disgusting shit. And somehow Don thought it was a great idea to set me up and 5 times. And you should see what I say to him. Just listen a little bit longer.
Listen, anyone that wants to put fucking money on Brandon Cadman against me, Daisy, maybe you, go ahead. Just tell them to accept.
Family down. Me and my family are solid. So when you make friends, we're gonna take a close examination of your family. Don't worry. Hold on. Okay? Don't worry. We're gonna take a good examination of your father, your mother, your daughter, okay, and your illegitimate son. Shut up, man. Whatever you want, Don.
See, Don's entertained with this.
Okay. Listen, but here it is, Don. I'm gonna step down. Claude, people have offered you a truce even as of like 5 minutes ago, and you still cannot shut your junkie mouth. You will always be a target. You know why? Because you threaten
didn't say rape. That's what I said. Fuck your daughter in the ass, not rape. That's right. At least you told the truth this.
What's the difference between fucking your daughter in the ass and raping your daughter in the ass? I'm just curious. Does that make it better? Is that what Claude's saying? It makes it better? Okay.
Time, Crandon, you piece of shit.
Claude, you will never. You know why? Because I'll smack you. I tell you what, Brandon. I'll tell you what. Shut up for a minute. I'll give you a reply. Yeah, you're a coward. I'm giving you a reply. Hey, who's tripping? Come on. I will come out and slap you. Win. I'll get you. Listen, I'm willing to stop you, coward. Run off.
Now, could you imagine? Okay, I'm grieving my mother. I had to watch her for fucking 11 days in hospice, and this scumbag lets these people.
And do you know the night he died, he was bragging about fucking the hospice nurse in the bathroom of his mother's home? He also took her pain medicines that she didn't use.
5 times to attack me under the pretense we're going to talk about how death changes you. And you can see, I'm going to fast forward it because we don't have to, you can trust me, it's 5 more times.
Dude, I can't imagine because this shit happened to me on fucking Facebook 2 days after my fucking mother passed.
Yeah, listen.
Everybody that came and wished me condolences, like Tecmo and Trump fan and others. Okay.
Even those scumbags are at least decent.
No, I guess some people can't imagine this because it didn't happen to them.
Therefore, we do have the truth without even saying. Okay. And the thing is that this guy came in while I was on a live feed with my brother and said just god awful things with the refrigerator. Okay, and continued on. And so
And she's in the beam already while I'm talking.
They do such the most horrendous thing. Now they're saying, I want a piece. Are we seriously? No, sorry. You know what? When I'm done with the 2 of them, you won't let me and Brandon alone because you're triggered by us. I understand.
See the game?
Oh,
Just it's all a game.
Here comes a refrigerator.
It's all a game. Listen.
I am renting free space in your mind. Okay? I can go for life without even saying your name.
And then she's saying, I tried to push her to suicide. This is December 15th. It's too bad you didn't kill yourself.
Yeah, they try to blame. Don tries to blame that on me now.
I know we intimidate you. Settle down. Simmer down. Yeah, just
That's okay for some people.
behave yourself. What happened to you? Why you talking about Dougie?
Oh, by the way, refrigerator, do you know that that Lyn said that you couldn't take talking to Druggy very much because he's still way too much about the conspiracy theories, and he took up way too much phone time with you and annoyed the shit out of you. That's what Lyn said.
Yeah, I'm not. Don, I'm sorry. I'm not you both off. I'm just for a second going to put you both down, and I'm going to say something, and then I'm going to call them again. I want to say one thing without
See?
the walls all by himself for the next 25 years is Leo.
See? That's all you got, Leo.
Everyone could try to call him again. And whoever thanks to people that
Yeah, so I call back in.
after I see how just disgusting and refrigerated. There's a real chance to move on. I'll be on with everybody else if they want, unless they attack me, except for the refrigerator and the Brandon. Okay, that's just the way it's going to be. Because listen, if they would have thought about this, okay, when they knew, listen, let's go. You're a very sick man.
Here it comes back again.
Get help.
These are fucking disgusting fucking people right here.
This is Don Stakes, what he does. I'm grieving my mother 2 days, this cunt. I can't wait till somebody dies in your family, and I hope it's you, refrigerator.
My worst
Fucking disgusting, man.
time on this app was when I actually
Dude, this even gets worse. I heard this before.
Did you hear this fucking cunt saying she could help me? Listen, she was going to swallow all these pills. I'll put out all the text, refrigerator. Let's move it on.
Okay, listen, you know what?
So we move it on. She
Okay,
keeps...
just look at your face. Seconds. And this is the woman who's actually
is a woman that fucking was complaining about going to her fucking loved one's funeral.
Hey, but listen to what I say to Don once I drop it. Look.
Didn't you want to put some, people will keep saying, people are just going to keep saying how friggin' whacked out you are. And when you go after people consistently,
Yes.
if you're consistent, right? Did you not talk to my mother on my phone in July? And all last thing I'm going to say to you is Brandon and myself obviously intimidate the shit out of you.
See, that's all she's interested in.
So you keep snooping on us. Okay, Junkie? Bye-bye.
All right, she knows Greg's here. Now, here comes Brandon before I get to say more words. Listen.
Hey, we're gonna let Gretel come up. I don't know what the fuck she wants to say, but probably an apology, maybe.
Anyway, listen, everyone said that you both have said stuff, you know, you always telling you they're going to help her kill herself. So it doesn't shock me.
He's laughing.
But we could end the cycle. That's what I think. We could end the cycle.
Try again, Gretel.
Everybody knows that you didn't have any boyfriend. You never got engaged. Okay? Listen, you didn't have cancer. You're just a fucking fraud. Okay? And I'm not a pedophile.
I want to have a real conversation with Stack.
Oh, real conversation.
Evan was able to get it out. And,
Didn't I tell him I didn't want to do this?
Let's not speak about you.
I don't do that on your scope because only deal with these animals here to be disrespectful.
They can say things back. I'm not going to mess with anyone because I don't want to get upset. So anyone that tries to call him, I'm going to just let them in.
See, I didn't hear him say that. I would have left.
A chance to go back and forth.
Listen, you know what I'm just saying?
Here's Brandon's in now.
If they want to say things, tell them to prove what they had. Here's this fucking animal again. What does he want now? Talk to me? And I'm going to say this right now.
Oh, good. I think it's been clear that we now know who the true animal is. 33.
2 days after my mother. See, he can't just walk away graciously. He has to attack.
Listen. There's a real chance that
This shows everything about Don Stakes.
it's a possibility.
Possibility. I told him no.
Does that disagree? Don't ask me that.
I told him to go away. Shut up.
This guy right here, this garden can't shut his fucking mouth. Yeah. I don't know what to do. How do we move forward from here, Don? When you got this it's kind of like how I wish that mom reported.
Yeah, you know what? But this man just said to me that I killed my mother for the money. Okay, with my brother. While I'm drinking with my brother, grieving my mother, he had to come in my live feed and do this. And Don Stakes had to do this 2 days later, set this up. This is a man that has no fuck. This is not a religious man. This is a man who practices fucking dark magic. He doesn't have any religion, man, and there is no God. And if he's the God, it's Moloch.
Oh, he's a Zionist, dude. That's what he is. He's a Zionist.
You mean Zionist?
Zionist, yes.
Yeah.
What do you want, Greg?
He believes in the devil. That's what he believes in. He's a devil worshiper. He's a sacrificer of animals and babies.
It's not a Zionist. It's a Zionist.
I didn't say Zionist. I said Zionist. But what do you want?
What do you think of Don Stakes letting these people come up after my mother just died 2 days before? I said,
Yeah.
You
know what? When your mother passed away, I was actually in your show.
What did you think of Don?
I am replying. Oh my God. You know what?
Well, come on, Tamara. He's asking, what do you thought about Don Stakes fucking talking shit and them talking shit about his mother?
Tricked me into a scope saying that we were talking about how death changes you, and he let these animals up 5 times. And I said I didn't want to talk to them. Crandon said on the night my mother died that
he clearly said it. We just played it.
And I asked you what was your opinion?
Well, in all honesty, I could not hear, and nobody else could in the other scope what he was playing.
It's amazing. So then you have to stop her.
No, it was very, very garbled.
nobody could hear anything.
Oh, well, that's fine. Whatever, 33, you don't have to play it again. If they're going to be fucking ignorant, then let them be ignorant.
I'm not being ignorant. I am telling you the truth.
What? I'm just telling you, I know what the fuck was said. I was there.
It was all garble.
It's in a fucking liquor bottle.
So what are you here for, Gretel?
What? You know what? 33. If you're going to sit there and talk about me being in a liquor bottle, what about you?
Come on now.
What about
Seriously.
you on that?
I don't like you.
You know?
Oh, come on.
No, Matt,
you say this about everyone, Tamara. Tamara, you say that about everyone. Now stop it. Stop it before I fucking go into the fucking messenger and get all the messages out. But
you
Tamara,
have to be fair. If he's going to attack
I will fucking dig out all the fucking insane, psychotic fucking messages and embarrass the fuck out of you. And I never did this. You know this, Tamara. But Tamara, come on. What are you here for?
What you came in here for?
Cut it out.
We were talking about how Don Six behaves disgustingly. If you couldn't hear, why don't you just drop and listen in the audience here?
Well, I came up to talk about how Matt.
We don't care about this right now.
Well, no. I want to know.
Let's hear what she's got to say. You want to talk about me? What? What did I do? What did I do now?
Matt, how can you make these fake pictures you said you made about Valerie?
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
I want to know. How can you do that? And then
say it again. I'll explain it to you. I know I've explained this already, but go ahead.
No, why would you do that to Valerie and her family?
First of all, I wasn't doing it to Valerie and her family.
It doesn't matter.
Tamara, you're the one that fucking gave the obituary of her brother out, so Kathy Bailey could send that to fucking her sister's messenger. You're the one that did that, Tamara. You are the one that fucking tried to destroy her fucking marriage, Tamara. Let's be real here. I didn't send anything. You did. You did.
To do with you making up a fake affair.
Oh, so Tamara, that gave you the right to send that to her family members?
Man, did you not make up a fake affair?
Hey, Tamara.
Yes, I did, and I've said this over and over. Tamara, I'm not going to keep repeating fucking old fucking news, bitch. Hey, Tamara, I'm not going to keep repeating old news. Of course I did. I've said this over and over and over again. How many times are you going to ask me this, Tamara?
You and I have never had a calm conversation about it.
Oh, my God. How many times do I have to fucking answer this to you, Tamara? I've said the same thing, and my story never changes because the truth is the truth.
Why would you make up a fake affair?
Oh, my God. Tamara, why would you send fucking Kathy Bailey fucking Valerie's obituary?
Because he's a shitty guy. That's why.
To send her to her fucking family members? Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Tamara?
I sent Kathy Bailey.
Hey, Tamara, you are in my scope. You're going to answer my fucking questions.
Okay, I'm trying to answer. You just said that I sent Kathy Bailey Valerie's obituary. Really, Matt?
Valerie brother's obituary, you dumbass. You know what the fuck you did. You fucking dumb, fucking dirty fucking whore.
No. And you know what? Even if I did.
Oh, Valerie knows you did it, so shut the fuck up. She knows you did it.
You know what? If I did send Valerie's obituary, like you said.
Valerie brother's obituary, dumbass.
Well, you said Valerie's. But anyhow,
Valerie's brother's obituary, dumbass.
Why did you make up a fake?
Hey, so why would you do that though? Why would you do that though? But you're her friend. You're her friend, and you would send her brother's obituary over there, so Kathy could send it to all her family members. Why would you do that? But you're her friend, right? You're her friend, right? Right, Tamara?
You're the only one that was there with her.
Come on, Tamara. You're up on my fucking beam, bitch. Listen up. Listen up. You're going by my rules now, bitch.
No,
Why would you do that?
I'll go do my own
I
life.
didn't send anything. Why would you do that, though?
My own life.
Why would you do that, Tamara?
Why would you make
Why
that
would you do that,
picture?
Tamara?
Why did you make
Why would you do that, Tamara?
Why did you make fake pictures?
Why would you do that, Tamara?
Why did you make fake pictures?
Why would you send the fake pictures,
Why would
Tamara? You knew they were fake
You know
pictures,
what?
Tamara. I told you they were. Why would you do that?
Why were you?
Why would you send the fake pictures that I told you were fake, Tamara?
Why were you in vicious?
Why would you send the
telling
fake pictures that I told you were fake?
Why would you?
Why would you do that?
Why
would you do that, Tamara?
Why
Answer
would
before I
you-
fucking drop you, you stupid fucking cunt.
Well, then I'll go live myself.
Well, go live, dumb bitch.
Why
Goodbye.
were you on Vicious Scope
You're
tonight?
fucking
telling
stupid.
Everybody that it is true that you had sex with Val and that you wanted to have a threesome.
What?
with
Are you
her.
saying it's true now? You're saying it's true again for the 15th time that you flip-flopped on this?
Matt,
Is that what you're saying?
Not only in Vicious Scope tonight did you say that it was true.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You
What
said
are you talking about? Vicious Scope is still up, you dumbass. You know, you're one of the fucking shit stirrers that fucking lie.
You
Lie.
said you
And you think
wanted
that
a
Valerie
threesome.
doesn't know that you lie?
You said you wanted a threesome with your girlfriend. And
I said I would have did a threesome, yes, but I didn't ask my girlfriend because, of course, she wouldn't have did it, and I didn't ask Valerie, of course. Why would I ask Valerie? Because I didn't ask my girlfriend.
You know what, Matt? You know what you need to do? What you need to do is
Hey, you know what
to
you need to do?
apologize.
You need to fucking grow up and fucking just shut the fuck up because you're fucking dumb fuck. You know, you're obviously you're fucking insane. You're insane and you're jealous of me and Valerie's friendship. You've always has been, Tamara. You know, that's why that's when the first fucking when you couldn't be friends with her no more because you were jealous of us, jealous of our friendship. Hey, Tamara, how many times have you bounced back and forth? You know, we're up to like number 19. We're 19 times. 19 times. 19 times back and forth, Tamara.
Apologize.
It's like 3 in the last 2 weeks. We're at 19.
Is your son right next to you still?
No, my son is sleeping. Is that okay with you?
Still in the same house. Okay, cool.
Oh, so hey, Tamara, I thought I didn't have my kid, right?
Oh,
Right?
well, no,
Hey,
you're
Tamara,
the one.
fake news.
You're the
Fake
one
news,
that put your
Tamara.
son out here on Scope tonight.
Hey, CNN. Fake news, right, bitch?
Nobody else does that. I've never brought my kids on Scope.
What?
You sure did.
Oh, nobody else does? Oh, not NJ Turner, right? Not NJ Turner doesn't do that, right?
Oh, only when they got attacked.
Oh, so Matt didn't get attacked, right?
I'm talking about people walking up to their door.
Oh, God.
They didn't even walk up to your door.
So you know somebody walked up to their door, Tamara? You know how stupid you sound right now?
You
You're
know what,
fucking
man?
dumb. You were one of the dumbest bitches on the... You know what? I'm going to call you the dumb bitch of Periscope from now on.
Right, well,
Because that's what you are. You're a stupid cunt.
You should have
How about stupid cunt? I think that sounds better. Stupid cunt. Stupid cunt of Periscope.
Involved your child. You should have never involved Val.
Oh, you should have never involved Val in your fucking, you should have never sent fucking Val's brother's obituary to Kathy Bailey. How about that? You know, so Kathy Bailey could have sent it to her sister. What do you think about that, Tamara?
What?
Huh? How about you should have never fucking sent Don Ladd. Don Ladd. Oh.
Matt.
Fucking, Valerie's information so he could dox her live on fucking Scope. What do you think about that, Tamara? Was that cool? That was nice of you, wasn't it, bitch?
Matt, did you say...
Oh, no, Tamara. That was good of you to do that, right? Oh, send it. So Don Ladd with 1,000 fucking followers that watch him all the time could dox her, right? Tamara, that was good for you to do that, huh? You fucking dumb cunt. You tried to ruin a family. You tried to ruin her family, you fucking whore.
Oh, I did. Oh,
you did. Oh, of course you did, you fucking dumb bitch.
It seems to me like Matt's the one trying to ruin Val's family.
You tried to ruin her fucking marriage, you fucking whore.
Oh, so I'm the one.
You tried to ruin her marriage. Why would you?
But Matt's the one with the possession of the kissing pictures. So, and he professes to have created them.
Oh, her brother's obituary to fucking Kathy Bailey. Why would you fucking send Don Lott all her fucking information? You fucking dumb bitch, you tried to ruin her marriage. You fucking tried to ruin her marriage, you fucking bitch. You are a fucking bitch.
To New York.
Hey, Christina talked to this fucking bitch. She tried to ruin Valerie's fucking marriage. Twice.
Take it.
More than twice.
I made a check.
Take over, Christina. I can't talk to this fucking marriage record.
Very miserable.
Matt, you're nuts, man.
Tamara,
You're a fucking home wrecker, Tamara.
you're a fucking liar.
I'm a home wrecker? Was I the one in New York?
You're a home wrecker, bitch. I was with my fucking girlfriend, and Valerie said it. You know this.
Imaginary girlfriend? Where is she now?
Oh, so you're calling Valerie a liar? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're saying right now? You're calling Valerie a liar? She doesn't talk to my girlfriend daily?
Imaginary girlfriend.
Is that what you're saying, Tamara? Hey, Tamara.
Imaginary girlfriend.
So you're... so Tamara's calling Valerie a liar now.
Where is the imaginary girlfriend?
So you're calling Valerie a liar, right?
Where's the imaginary girlfriend?
Yep. You hear this, folks? She's calling Valerie a liar, but this is her friend.
What's her name, Matt? Imaginary
Jess.
what?
Her name is Jess. I'm not going to give her a fucking last name, you fucking idiot. You think I'm that stupid?
What?
Yep, so look her up. Don't do
Imaginary what?
Her name is Jess.
What?
I'm not going to give you a fucking last name, you fucking... So you're calling Val a liar, right? Val doesn't talk to her daily.
You have a girlfriend, but yet you're on here every single night. Matt supposedly has a girlfriend, but he's on Periscope every single night.
Okay, so Valerie's a liar, right? Is that what you're saying? Valerie's a liar?
Me and Val have already had this conversation.
Oh, so Valerie told you that I don't have a girlfriend? Is that what you're saying, Tamara?
What's her name?
Jess.
Way to go,
Jess?
Tamara.
Okay.
How many times do I have to say that?
So it must be Jessica. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, of course. Yes. That's her full name.
Well,
I call her Jess. And Valerie calls her Jess.
We'll make sure we make a Periscope account about that. Imaginary Jess.
Okay. So Tamara, you're calling Valerie a liar then, right? Huh?
Valerie's not in this conversation.
Oh, no. But Valerie talks to her daily, though. Valerie talks to her on the phone daily. She talks to her a lot more than I talk to Valerie. So you're calling her a liar, right?
That's between her and Val, not me.
Oh, no. You're saying she's imaginary. So you're saying Valerie talked to an imaginary person. That's what you're saying.
I'm not.
Well, no. Tamara, no. No, wait a second, Christina. Wait a second. She's saying that Valerie talked to an imaginary person, right? That's what you're saying, Tamara.
I'm not talking about anybody who's not in here.
Oh, no. Valerie is in here on the troll account. So hey, Tamara, she's listening right now. No, Valerie's listening right now.
Tell her to call up.
Oh, yes, she is. Hey, Tamara.
Tell her to call up.
Listen. You're saying that Valerie's talking to an imaginary person. Am I correct?
I'm not talking about anybody who is.
Well, no, we're talking about the same person that talked to Valerie every day. You're saying this is an imaginary girlfriend, which Valerie talks to this imaginary girlfriend all the time. So that's Valerie talking to an imaginary person, right?
If Jess is here, tell her to call up.
No, wait, Gretel. No, Gretel. You're saying my girlfriend is imaginary. So you're saying that Valerie talks to an imaginary person.
Unless they bring up my name, I'm not going to talk about them tonight.
Well, then why did you
do you think Valerie's this stupid when she hears this replay? You're saying she's talking to an imaginary person. That's what you're saying.
Oh, like imaginary Steve? Oh.
That's what you're saying. This is according to you.
Oh, you're making
So you're saying she talks to an imaginary person, right? Imaginary Jess, right?
Oh.
So Valerie talks to imaginary Jess. You hear this? You hear this? I told you she's fucking nuts.
An imaginary Jess.
Listen. You hear?
Oh my God. Your girlfriend dies tomorrow, man.
Oh, she's fucking laughing at you. She is laughing at you right now. Tamara, she always laughs at you.
Well, I'm going to make a page for her if he dies tomorrow from the coronavirus.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Because you're saying that Valerie talks to an imaginary person. That's what you're saying. And Valerie's your friend, right? Proves that you don't give a fuck about anybody.
Yes.
Good for you.
Go ahead, Christina. Fucking tear her ass apart. I mean, she's a retard. She's a fucking reject. She has no fucking brain in her head. And by the way, we got all your fucking screen. We have your fucking video recorded. How do you like me now?
Poor imaginary Jess. Oh, poor Jess. Is it Jess or Jessica, Matt? Which one is it? I have to make sure.
Poor Valerie. She's imaginary, talking to fucking imaginary Jess, right? That's what you mean. That's what you're saying. In other words, imaginary Valerie is talking to imaginary Jess, right? She has imaginary conversations every day to imaginary Jess. That's what Gretel is saying. Gretel is saying that Valerie imagine talking to Jess every day, right? Hey, Gretel, you're saying that Valerie is imagining talking to Jess, right? So Valerie, what is she, a fucking nutcase or something? And she doesn't. She doesn't understand, I mean, she's just hearing this in her voice, in her fucking head.
We never saw his picture. We never saw his obituary.
Oh, boy. Look who's coming up. Hey, Gretel. Imaginary Daisy's coming up right now.
Matt has not shown his
Imaginary Daisy's up here now.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Fuck you, Matt.
Imaginary Daisy's here now.
Tamara, I knew she'd hang up.
There she goes.
Are you kidding me, Tamara?
Hey, you talk to imaginary Jess now, Val? According to Tamara.
I don't need people ringing my phone, waking me up with this bullshit.
I wasn't calling you.
Listen,
don't be mad at me.
Is going to get what's coming to her. What?
Who's ringing your phone? It wasn't me.
All your trolls in the fucking lobby and everything else.
Me?
All the trolls in the lobby, I said. All the little people that are in the lobby.
Let's put some names out. Put some names out.
Tamara,
put some names out so they stop calling you.
Tamara, call up Tamara, because I have a question to you.
Hey, put some names out, Val. Put some names out. Who's calling you? So they stop calling you. That's how you stop it. Right here. You stop it by putting your names out.
How about you stop it and stop entertaining these fucking people? How about that?
Oh, yeah, you do that, right? She hangs up, of course. All the little trolls, stop calling Val, please. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, now Val's mad at me. Why are you mad at me? She's mad at me? Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me. Because Tamara called up here and said you talked to imaginary Jess? Call back, Val. Why don't you call back and explain yourself? Why don't you do that? Why don't you call back and explain yourself? Don't text me fucking privately. I wasn't calling you. Who are these trolls calling you up? Let's hear some fucking names. Are you going to be mad at me? Wow. Because Tamara comes up here fucking spreading fake news? Oh, should I read that one? Maybe I should read that last text. Like I did something wrong.
What's up, Vic?
Wow.
Good morning.
It's my fault now. It's my fault. Hey, Val, you're in here. Call back in.
What do you think so far, darling?
I've kind of been tuning out. I've been playing a little PlayStation. So, and I'm cooking this brisket for my family, so it's...
I'm a scumbag. Really? I'm a scumbag, and Tamara calls up here and says you're talking to fucking fake Jess, right? I'm the scumbag. Okay, I'll let Jess know that. I'll tell Jess. Let me wake her up. You fucking
Who's in that
me?
call right now?
She's rescoping what Matt did this morning. It was like 3 this morning.
What did Matt apparently do this morning?
This is his scope from then. I guess it's not there anymore, so she's rescoping it.
I'll wait. Call back in.
She's such a fucking...
Knock it off.
She's just a nosy, snooty old woman.
You already played your fucking game. Not sitting here playing your game. Okay, well, then I'll fucking keep talking then. Jeez. Call back in, Daisy.
Lyn has to play this because she knew that
I'm trying to be a nice guy.
this
Call
happened.
back in.
She's so petty.
Apparently, Tamara thinks that you talk to an imaginary person. Because I'm going to go wake her up.
This is that whole thing I was talking about. It will never end until somebody finally fucking stops.
She probably won't be happy with you.
Yeah, the one that's perpetuating it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to just stop. Yeah.
Like, I don't get, like, what the whole point of the whole thing is. It's, you know...
Oh, yeah, it's my fault, though.
There is no point to it. She just wants to, quote-unquote, hang out with her friends. She's not here to build anything or do anything worthwhile. She's here just to hang out with her friends and gossip. But they don't just gossip. They take it to real life, and it's really fucking shitty what Lyn is doing over there.
Really weird. And Daisy's still sitting in here. Why don't you call in? That's even more weirder. Why don't you call in? You were just on here. Oh, maybe she's waiting for Tamara to go live so she can comfort her. You know, like Tamara didn't do nothing wrong. Because she's fucking psychotic. Really?
So I woke up to her with Carrie in the beam, and I was like, oh, what a horrible thing to wake up to. So it's like, everybody else should be waking up now, too. Let me rescope it for them so they can hear it, too.
Like, it's bad enough. And you add the fucking fridge in there.
Fuck it, right?
The fridge is just like...
What's the record? Anyone know
the
what
extra disgustingness that you don't need on top of all of this shit.
I'll break that record.
The voice, but then also just anything that it says. No value whatsoever. And the biggest hypocrite I have ever met in my whole life.
Of course not. Of course not. I already know how it is anyways. You know? So we'll just keep this scope going. We'll keep this scope going. You know, we're going to break a fucking record for one scope. Somebody put in the comments, how long is the record for a scope? We're going to break that. We're going to smash that record.
I made sure to put in the comments 33 hours from Boomer. That's the one to beat.
Oh, I will go
Like,
to bed.
I just
I'm going
don't
to keep
get,
the
like,
scope going. I'm going to wake up and it's going to keep on going. Because that's how it is.
There is no end goal. That's what makes this so fun. I use the word fun loosely here.
You can call in. Why engage her? She called in. She called in here. I let her talk, and she had to bring you up. And if you listened, I even tried to say, why are you talking about her? Did I not say this, folks?
I changed my profile
why
photo.
was she bringing her up? I did say this.
No, I'm going to.
That's right, firefighter. Nobody really knows all the stuff that has gone on with everybody. So this right now is just gossip, is really what it is. And it's really shitty that Lyn is finding glee in this guy's misery. But that's what she does with everybody, so it's not surprising, I guess.
Oh, it's Truth Raider.
How you doing?
Right?
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
I'm good. Yeah.
Did you hear that fiasco that just happened with that fucking crazy woman that was up here?
Tomorrow, right? Fucking hey.
Yeah, she's a fucking nutcase, dude.
She's insane. Jesus Christ. I mean, she stirs shit just to stir it.
Definitely.
I hate how long Periscope takes.
And you don't even know her, and you realize this, man.
Anything.
Yeah, I don't even know that bitch. But I was like, she goes from one thing to the next. And it's like, I couldn't even keep up.
Right? Exactly, man. You know, and she goes into this fake news. Fake news. I mean,
Waiting for it to tell me
real. I had the same problem with Lyn and fucking Vicious doing the same shit to me, so I feel you.
Dude, I mean, you know, she, you know, tomorrow she'll say it's fake. And then next, Monday she'll say it's real. And, you know, Tuesday she'll say it's fake. And Wednesday she'll say it's real. You know, this is how she is, man.
Yeah, that's how Vicious fucking acts with me, too. Like, because Vicious has she's wanted to fuck me for, like, at least 4 years. And so she talks so much shit because of it. It's so annoying. The same problem.
You trying to tap in?
Dude, he's totally lying out of his face. It's so funny to hear him because you can hear the tinge in his voice. He just knows that it's going to upset me if he says it. But lately, I just haven't been getting mad about it. I'm just like, dude, you just lie, and that's it. So he's not getting the desired response, so I'm hoping that he'll stop this soon.
You had her running for the hills, man. She didn't know what was coming her way.
She didn't, exactly. She didn't, man. And, you know, and that's what you got to do to people like that, man. You know? I mean, how could they, you know, when they're going to fucking, you know, I already knew what I was up against, put it that way. You know, I knew right away when I let her on. You know, I give her a chance to be a fucking nice person because she does this every other day. You know, and she was a nice person yesterday, so I should have knew that today she's not going to be, you know.
Yeah. Oh, she definitely came on Scope with just to be a pain in the ass. Good morning. What the fuck? Strawberry Fields. Good morning. What's up, Ricky? I like Ricky. Ricky forgets me every fucking 2 months. And he's like, I remember you.
Oh, is that Long Island Ricky? Yeah.
What's up, dude? What a pain in the ass sometimes.
He's cool. No. He's gay, but so are you. I don't have no.
False Raider is so obsessed. And that's bullshit, Vicious. You've been obsessed with me for years. You used to go on fucking Iceful Scope and tell them how you want to fuck me. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I like Truth Raider. And, you know, a lot of women like Truth Raider. Vicious, you should be nice to him, man. You know, I mean, you probably think he's good looking.
No. Yeah.
It's so funny because he is such a fucking troll. He is. He's a believable troll, and it's so. It's infuriating at times.
Why? And she tried to convince me to go there, and it's like, no. I said, unless you have like a cute brother, I'm not coming. Not happening.
Hey.
You see, none of that made any sense.
Yeah.
She talks so much shit about me when I'm not in scopes, like Lyn-Scope and everybody else scope. And then the next thing you know, she's like, we never had a disagreement. She lies so much, man. She lies.
He's such a fucking retard. He doesn't make any sense at all. He just said he just loves dudes. Did everybody not get that?
You can't talk about my girl vicious, though. I mean, seriously.
That's fun. He could convince a judge that you are the lunatic, and he is saying, yes! That's why I said infuriating. What did I say last night? Maddening. Ugh. He's like professional.
That's the vicious that
Everybody's talking about. Yeah.
That's the vicious. Like there's any other vicious. Like in the scope.
Oh shit,
The
we
one
got
and
Rob
only.
up in here. What's up, Rob? Daisy's here. You lie with a straight face still? I've never.
Daisy should call back in.
I like when Daisy dances scopes. She does cool dance scopes.
Is Don talking about Nazis
call
yet?
Back in. I agree. I like him too.
Yeah. Fuck Vicious. She's a nasty bitch. Yeah, there we go.
I don't understand why she's upset with me because of this Gretel calling in, fucking spreading fake news.
We're all Nazis over here.
You know, I mean, Gretel.
And you're the worst of them all, Scott.
I was
You're
up
Nazi.
here saying that my girlfriend is imaginary, and Daisy talks to my girlfriend on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So she's
Oh
basically
man,
saying,
because Rockwell
and this is
only showed
Daisy's
me
friend.
respect from
So she's
fucking
basically
beginning to
saying
end.
that
You know,
Daisy talks to an imaginary person every day.
So she says that Daisy's lying.
The best part with
about
Rock
your
was when he
girlfriend.
found out I would show her. She
Maybe
goes, "No,
Daisy
you're not."
could
I was like,
fucking
"Yeah, bro."
call in and fucking
He's
confirm
like,
this. You know, I mean, if you're here, Daisy, which you are, maybe you could say something.
I like do half-ass songs. Actually, you know what's funny? I had a dream last night because the fucking Vicious doxed me, and then I fucking went on the warpath against her. That's why I'm on her ass right now.
I never doxed him. I don't even know what the fuck I would dox. You know who doxed him? Yeah, we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that.
I mean, 95% of what people say on this app is just bullshit, so...
Wait, Wolf put out his what?
No, I'm
Damien?
serious. I had a dream that he's fucking doxed me, and like, I woke up and I was
not believing what fucking Tamara said. I don't know. I guess. You know, maybe it's me fucking acting like my girlfriend, huh? Hey, Truth Writer. Maybe I'm like you, and I play both roles, and I'm me and my girlfriend, even though she's seen my girlfriend and met her in person. You know, but you know, that's crazy. But hey, who knows? I guess, you know, I don't know. Daisy can't call in now and confirm anything.
Yeah,
maybe you are lying, man. Maybe the reality is you're in the closet too. That could be it too.
Weird stuff. Weird. Really weird.
Truth Writer's the good guy, doppelganger. Exactly. I'm the good version of Don Stakes. That's true, Rob. Nailed it. I'm the honest version of Don Stakes.
That's your comment, Rob, remember?
You lie on me like crazy.
The believable version.
I'm in line, and then acting like we're friends, you know?
Oh, Lyn is always talking shit about you, dude.
Yeah, she constantly lies about me, man. Like, and then I go into her scope and she's like, I wish you were my little brother.
I didn't.
I'm like, no.
I said I think of you as like a crazy little brother.
You know?
I definitely don't wish.
Morgan Mike knows lies like crazy.
Poor tree.
Lyn, yes, me. Yeah, vicious lies too. Like, you have no idea how many times vicious lies. Yes, Lyn talks bad about me, of course. I didn't say shit about you being honest, motherfucker. Rob, you know I'm honest, man.
You hear it in his voice. He knows that he's getting away with it too, because he's just smooth as a baby's bone.
You can always trust me. Yes. Yeah, okay, here we go. Press 1 if Raider's an honest motherfucker. Press 1.
Nobody pressed 1. Oh, it was so funny. He was hurt. He does. Hold on. What does it say? He MK Ultras people with humor, not trying to trick people into thinking that someone who has their child in home is a bad dad. Truth Raider doesn't do that. He's a legend. False Raider lies all the time, and I will make sure that everybody knows that.
That's close to 1. Fine. Whatever. There we go. Chickaboom. Chickaboom's on my side. Alright. Yeah, I got one friend up in this bitch. Somebody wants to get in the beam, I think.
Oh, I don't know. Daisy should probably call in. I mean, she could. I tried to let you cancel it and try again. I tried hitting the button.
Somebody tried to call in.
I know that's Anitra. I'm trying to get gone, but cancel it and try again. I don't know. Daisy should. Daisy, if you want to call in, I don't have no problem with you. We're fucking friends with you. Come on. Call if you want to call in and fucking confirm whatever.
Dude, I gotta be honest, man. It's not looking good for your whole having a girlfriend argument.
She's not my girlfriend, dude. My girlfriend is fucking sleeping in the bed.
No, I'm saying the fact that you have a girlfriend is not looking good right now. You don't have a lot of proof this is real.
You see how he's adding fuel to the fire? He just can't help himself.
Nope.
Do you guys remember the time that Vicious slept with Ice Wolf? Remember that?
Yes, he just said, do you remember when Vicious slept with Ice Wolf? That never happened. We've never met in real life. He's such a freaking retard.
See? I told you. It's true. You actually did wake me up though, bro. It's like fucking 10:30 here.
Anitra, I'm trying to let you on, but it's not letting me on. Cancel and try it. Try it again.
Firefighter says, is it safe to say Raider is a controversial person? Most controversial of all of Periscope, I would say. Yes. Don't underestimate the power of False Raider.
It worked this time. I know what these text messages are insane.
Hello.
These text messages are insane.
Hello.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, she said y'all. Yes, we can hear you.
I was just going to play a little clip here from earlier today. Tamara talking about my stepdad, okay?
Oh, jeez, here we go.
And you know what, Lynn? I'm going to admit it. I'm so hurt because they had been running me around, never even let me have a day, or, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, stepdad, not your dad. And that's all I said. And oh my God, I have been the gates of hell open, boy. I am like on death row.
No, what the bitch actually said was that my dead stepfather didn't matter because he wasn't blood. Not even a week after he died. Then she makes up the imaginary Steve shit and admits to it to Tammy Blair, telling her
Hey,
that
Vish, I'll be
she
back
only
in a little
brought
bit. I gotta
Steve
go wake
up
my daughter up.
because she was afraid she was going to get attacked by
You,
everybody for what she said
definitely.
about my stepdad. And then not even last week or the week before, she's on a call-in and with Christina, and Christina was calling her out. And then all of a sudden the bitch gets mad at me and says shit to me like, fuck your dead stepfather. That bitch is never gonna fucking change.
She's nasty. Tamara's just nasty.
Yeah. That was Scott NRA that just called in. So give him a follow. Good dude.
As crazy as she is, because she's a fucking crazy bitch.
Right. Who are we talking about? Who's the girl we're talking about?
Gretel. You probably know her.
Gretel, also known as Tamara Weiner.
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh, she's fucking insane. You know who it is. Right? You know.
I probably do, but it's irrelevant at that point. But like,
I'm sure
at Gretel.
If you saw her or you heard her, you would be like, oh yeah, okay, that girl, that woman.
I thought you were talking about the other one from Daisy, and I was like, oh, I like Daisy actually.
No.
Oh yeah, she tried to be Daisy's friend every other day.
No.
Every other day.
I don't have anything bad to say about Daisy. I think Daisy gives Gretel way too many fucking chances, mental illness or not. Like a lot.
That's the only bad thing that we all have to say about her.
Right. Is that I think she gives her too many chances, and Tamara leans on her mental illness as an excuse, and it's not an excuse to be a shitty fucking human being.
Yeah, Tamara's like the worst. I just met her today.
Wait, is she in here now or no?
That's what I say about Carrie all the time. She always gets these passes because she's mentally ill. I'm like, that very same thing that girl just said. Doesn't give him an excuse just to be a shitty fucking person.
On a daily basis. But Gretel tried to say that this was an imaginary fucking girlfriend. So basically she's saying that Daisy talks to an imaginary person on a daily basis. She talks to Daisy more than I talk to her.
Oh, wow.
Well, and
this is how insane Gretel is.
She brought up Daisy to begin with. She
brought her up.
She brought her up.
Yeah. Wasn't me.
Nope. She's always been jealous of the friendship that you and Daisy have.
And Anitra, that's what it is, isn't it? Isn't that why she brought up fucking this? Isn't that why she brought that up?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's probably why she sent Val's brother's obituary to Kathy Bailey.
Exactly. Fucking pathetic.
She does all this shitty stuff like behind the scenes to people, or to their face, and people have proof of it, and the bitch doesn't apologize, and then when she does, 2 minutes later, she's saying, you know what, fuck you, fuck your dead stepdad.
Yeah. exactly. And you know what? I wouldn't doubt that she sent fucking shit herself to fucking Val's house.
I don't doubt it either. I don't doubt it either.
You know, how could anyone? You know.
That's really shitty that she said that it wasn't blood, too. That's fucked up.
Right. But here's the thing. I was 12 when my parents got divorced, okay? My mom met my stepdad a couple of years later, then married him when I was 17. I was 42 when he died last year. I was around him like 27 or 28 years. Every day, pretty much. I see my dad maybe twice a year. I was closer to my stepdad than I am my real dad. So for her to say shit like that fucking cut me to the core. You know, I don't give a shit what else she fucking does, but when you talk about dead relatives and you keep doubling down on it, you're a fucking shitty-ass fucking human being.
Right after they passed away, too. I mean, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's so nasty. Yeah. I mean, I'll troll a motherfucker, but I'm not going to talk about your dead parents.
Exactly.
Exactly. Half the people on here are shitty queens. You don't have to even worry about it. Like, they don't get to what they say.
Dude, I went through that on Facebook. That's fucking, you know, hurtful.
That's why I hate that's why sometimes I hate the Facebook groups and stuff. Is because, like, on Periscope, people can't get to you, but on Facebook, they can totally fuck with your family. Like, they can know too much about your family, you know?
That's what happened. All my family doesn't have. I have a brother and a sister, too. And they are on Facebook, so I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
See, I know her, I think both her mom and dad have passed away, and then, like, one of her siblings. And as much as I hate the bitch, I still would never say, fuck your dead mother. Or fuck your
I would never say that.
Nobody ever said that about her. Nobody ever said that about her.
Well, what the shitty part is like I said, that's what I'm saying about Facebook. Is somebody goes into your feed just to find out somebody dies and then fucks with you on Skype about it. That's fucked up, right?
Right. You know? Truth is, that's fucking bullshit, man. And then she dogs out her friend Daisy. She calls her, you know, Daisy fucking goes into her Scope and tells her, you know, stop putting your medical records out, you know. You know, Daisy, and she went through this like 25 times with her back and forth, you know, friends, not friends, friends, not friends. And she goes in there, tries to be a good person, and she fucking fucks her friend over and saying that she's talking to an imaginary fucking woman. I mean, come on. Are you serious?
Like, I could pull out medical records, too.
Oh, the bitch is back. The bitch is back. The bitch is in the feed.
Back, like, what the fuck?
Nice friend you are, fucking Gretel. You're a fucking piece of shit. I mean, seriously. You're a fucking piece of shit friend to your friend, Daisy. You know, I don't know why Daisy would ever be your friend for saying the shit that she said tonight. Especially.
I think Gretel does know me.
Yeah.
She said love you. She said love you, so I'm guessing.
Well, yeah, you know, I told you, Ricky, you know who this person is.
Yeah, she follows Download.
Yeah. She said the Scope is lies.
You missed it, Rick. She
follows Josh.
Daisy talks to my girlfriend all the time. And she was up here saying, you don't have no girlfriend. That's an imaginary girlfriend. What do you mean?
Wait, what's your girlfriend?
On a daily basis.
What
girlfriend? Who is it?
No, his girlfriend's not on Scope.
Okay, what did Matt lie about, Gretel? I'm still trying.
What did I lie about, Gretel? Tell me.
What's the lie?
She'll follow me.
What, am I lying about my girlfriend that Daisy talks to all the time? Is that what you're saying? I mean, what? What am I lying about?
She's no idea.
Gretel. You can call in and tell us. I'll drop Ricky. I mean, Ricky won't mind to hear it.
You can drop me if she calls in, dude.
Oh, she won't call in if I'm up here.
But she won't. She won't.
If she wants to call in and yell at each other for a little while, and then I'll come right back right after.
Right. I know. You come back on. You know, I'd like to hear what she's got to say. I mean, it's fucking pathetic. You know, why would you even talk about your friend like that? You know.
That's just it. She's not a fucking friend. She's a fucking
not at all
ass bitch who doesn't know how to be a friend to anybody.
Yeah.
To anybody. Hey, there's Croppa.
And plus, it's like 4 in the morning. Well, I'm on East Coast time. I don't know where you go.
It's
Hey, Trooper, aren't you on East Coast too?
3 where I'm at.
Yeah.
Right, Cropper? She fucking stinks, doesn't she?
I took a nap earlier. No coronavirus thing. You sleep all day and you just wake up at night.
My schedule's
nothing to do anymore.
Fucked up.
Yeah, mine is too.
No.
They will get their checks. Congratulations. No.
Oh.
I guess you don't want to explain yourself, huh, Gretel?
Hey, you know what's funny, Ricky, about the right? So now that everybody gets checks in America, does that mean we're all officially in welfare? The whole country.
Well, I put it in front of women. I don't give a fuck. Like I've been paying my whole life into this fucking state.
That's my point, though. That's my point. Isn't that funny though? Like it's like almost all of America got that check.
Well, if you make over a certain amount, you don't get that.
Good night, Gretel. You should have went to bed fucking 6 hours ago.
I got it because I made $61,000 that year. So
of course, you're not going to fucking explain yourself.
Everybody I know got.
I'm sure Daisy's proud of you, Gretel. She's proud to have a friend like you.
But it's like in New York, California, they make more money than that. So a lot of people in California didn't get it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm from Georgia, so come on.
Yeah, that's like a paycheck for you at that point.
Yeah, I mean, come on. But yeah, I can see New York City people make too much, probably, right?
Well, my parents make over that. My mom got $346 they gave her. I got $1,200. I was under the threshold.
Yeah. But us country folks probably got it.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine getting that check in Alabama. $1,200 would be like in fucking heaven. Yeah, I was like, can I get 3,000? I was like, 1,200 was nothing to me when I was like, that's it. I was like,
hey, Big Julie, what does it matter to you if he does or not?
Why did you? Okay, so here's the thing, guys.
My son's sleeping. Well, what does it do?
Why does it matter if he has his kid this weekend or not?
Exactly. My son's in bed. Is that okay with you, Big Julie?
So Matt wants to see his kid. Is that a problem? Jesus Christ.
That's weird. That's fucking weird, eh?
You can say he has an imaginary girlfriend, but why do you got to bring the kids in? Fuckers.
Right? What is it, imaginary kid now?
Now the kid don't exist. What's next? Next thing you know, Matt's not going to have a penis.
No. Yeah, True Rare is going to bite it off now.
Fucking chomp that.
That she has come in and asked that same question twice.
Well, I haven't been scoping all weekend. What you guys can click on my fucking profile right now and see when I've scoped and how long I've scoped. Not very long. So, Big Julie, you're fucking retarded, obviously.
Well, is it a new account? This is my new account. Everyone follow. I get banned all the time now.
I think that account is...
These people aren't as dumb as you look, Big Julie.
Okay, I got a question for the boys in the room. How do we get a haircut? How's this? Anybody have a tip on how to fucking get haircuts and shit?
This is what this is what you do. You come over to my house, and I'll blow you, and you can shave your own head.
Hey, you're probably having a good dream right now, Big Julie.
Get out the middle of you two guys here.
I know, right?
I got the other day, and it didn't work out. I'm trying to do this. It's not good.
I don't have hair, so I can just buzz it.
I used to buzz my sons, but he's older now, so he likes to go get his hair cut. So
Dude, Frog just said something I really thought about, actually. Do you guys remember? Look at his message. They used to. I remember those commercials where it's got like a shop vac hooked up to a razor, and it. Yes, they have that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I bet you that thing has sold like 1 million units in the last 4 weeks. Well, it's coming from China, so I don't know. Yeah, it's probably.
Ricky, you have a Flowbee?
Wait, Flowbee? What's a Flowbee?
A Flowbee. A Flowbee is like an electric razor that hooks up to a shop vac. It's got. Oh no, I've seen it. I didn't know it was called that though. No, I don't have one of those. They were just popular, have a buzzer. We were like like 20 years ago. They were really popular because they said they could cut your hair perfect without having to go to a barber. You know. Right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, those things are going to come back in a big way.
As long as anything made in China has lasted. Not everything's made in China. Your clothes are. You have on.
I know, like, I've placed some orders, and they've taken forever to come out of China.
Can we make a deal to move all of the manufacturing to, like, Vietnam or something? Like, do we need to keep buying shit from China at this point?
Well, you guys are ordering off Wish.com for $1 for a vibrator and shit.
I don't order off Wish. I ordered a couple of years ago on Wish one thing, and it was like 5 sizes too small. So
yeah, me too.
Like, I'm never ordering off that website.
Well, I had to go look into it, and they're like large. I'm not large. Well, we'll go with that. It's you have to do like a 3 or 4X, right? Because it's like they send you like a kid's. I got these pants sent in the mail. I was like, I don't have a kid. What the hell? They sent me the wrong size. No, but it was like too small.
I seriously gave my niece, like, I bought a sweatshirt and then like a t-shirt or a tank top, and I seriously gave them both to my niece that was like 6.
But see, it's like you don't want to. It's like you don't want to fight it because it was only like something.
She'll have to.
I look in there.
Here, nature. All right.
Of course, the moment that I go and get some coffee, she ends. It's like she plans it or something. Well, this is a labor of love because she's going to say that she didn't do any of that this morning. So now we have it sitting there in case we need some proof that it happened. Because dealing with these people, you start to question your sanity. So when I'm able to, I will. And everybody else is really doing a good job at making sure we save these two. So thank you for your help, and I'll see you soon. Love your faces.